Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to look at two things, so this will be a two-part video. This is a review for two things from Truthear. Truthear being the company that puts out the Hexa, which I find phenomenal. It's kind of like a mini kind of Blessing 2. And then they also put out the Zero, which is a dual dynamic driver, which is probably one of the nicest in its price range as for IEMs. So the box is really simple. Here you have your chart right there, which is upside down, by the way. Right? Yes. I had it upside down. I was looking at it saying, oh, that's horrible. No, this is the way the chart is. All this light is blinding. Really. I really need better lights. So you got this little Truthear sticker there. You open this up, and inside will be some cool little thing, a little fact sheet about your character. That cute little character right there. And warranty information. Then you get a whole plethora of different size tips. Surprisingly, I had to go with the largest on this. I usually a medium ear tip person, but for some reason I had to go with the largest. And I took out an extra pair of these as well, because the one is like a little bit more open than the other. So narrow bore and stuff. So you get that in there. You get the case, which is very similar to like what the Canera case was that they had for the Celeste and stuff. So it's one of those deals. Not my favorite case, but it is a nice case. It's made out of a thick material. Put that aside. Truthear Co. Then of course you have the Hola themselves, which kind of look like moondrop areas almost on the idea, with like kind of like a chew design on it. And so ultimately they're built really nice. Honestly, I have to admit, I think that this cable, I like this cable a lot, to be honest. For a stock cable and for something this cheap, I think that I like this cable better than the previous ones for the Zero and the Hexa. I don't know why. I just like it. It's thicker. It's rubberized. It's a very nice cable. I'm very impressed with the quality of these for the price. You get a nice cable. You get a pouch. You get a whole bunch of air tips. They're comfortable. They've got that, tried and true shape. We've seen this shape on the Area and Area Snow Edition. The K-Bears uses this shape for like the ink and stuff like that. So it's a tried and true shape. It's going to fit your ear really well. It should fit a large variety of people. Really nice connector right there. It's big. It's easy to plug in and take out. Nice cable for the price. I mean, these are like $20. It is amazing. I'm going to actually go to the Truthear page on Shenzhen, and I'll leave a link down below. And I got these tips on, and I've never even taken the stock tips off. It's good the way it is. I don't need the changes. So you're talking the Hola is $18.99. It is $19. In perspective, looking up here, you have the Zero. That is in my way. Would you get out of my way, please? You have the Zero, which is $49. Well worth it. We're going to do the Shio, is it? $69.99. I like that a lot. It may not be on the top of my favorites list, but it's definitely in my favorites bin as for dongles. The Hexa, I like that a lot. I really do. $79. And then you got this guy here, $18.99. I mean, impressive. That's all I can say, is very impressive. So I know this means salt. I'm not exactly sure how I pronounce it. Look at the specs on this. You're getting dual CS 43198 chips. You're getting PCM 768 DSD up to 256. Good dynamic range. We're not going to get into all of that. Output power 150 milliwatts on the balanced for 69 bucks. This, by the way, I've looked up the specs. Yes, this is actually leather. Maybe because it was cold, it kind of felt plasticky. I know the rest of it is, I mean, this feels cold, so I don't know if this is actually metal. And this is metal. I whacked the thing. It's a decent cable, but it's a little on the short side. I think that would be one of the things that I would have fault. I love this cable from them with the little logos, but I would have liked a little bit longer, or maybe also one for Apple products as well. Oh, because $69 is a good price, but I do have the ones that are in that price range. This one has some volume controls, which also can be used as skip controls. And of course you have single-ended and balanced. And you got a little indicator light on the side there too, telling you what, file type you're using. Truthear branded here on this leather. This leather doesn't come off, so don't try to take it off. But it is leather, and there is a cold feeling to the end cap, so I'm assuming they're metal. So judging by that, it's made very well. I love the sound on this, and ultimately, it does a very good job for the price. And I have some very expensive ones, and I've had some extremely expensive ones like the Cobalt and stuff. And yeah, a lot of people wanted me. I'm going to switch back over to this, if you don't mind. I don't know why it looks, there's like a yellowish on my monitor. I don't know if it's going to come across that in the final thing, but I literally have 4 lights on plus the background lighting. I don't understand it. It's just fluorescent lights are horrible. Let's put it that way. I have some LED and some fluorescent, and the fluorescent are just overpowering. So getting into this, people wanted to compare this with the Area, which is far more expensive. The Area is like, what, 80 bucks? So that one has a 10 millimeter dual cavity internal DLC diamond-like carbon composite diaphragm, whereas the Hola, which I should have had it already on that because my internet's been very slow lately, this one has a PU-LCP dome composite diaphragm, and it is 11 millimeters. Completely different driver than that, but surprisingly very similar in signatures. I think, now there's a lot of people that aren't going to be happy, but I really do like this a little bit better than the Area. And I'm not knocking the Area. It's very good. I love it. I've had the Snow Edition. I've had the original edition. The only one I didn't have was that one with the butterflies that I really wanted a lot because it was blue, and I like blue. But yeah, I like this one just a little bit better. It's a little bit more open. Very open, wide sound stage. Excellent dynamics on this. You get some really good technical performance and speed with this one. And just overall good, detailed, enjoyable, neutral sound. People will be impressed with this, I think. People coming from like other things. If you have like a $300 pair, probably not. But coming from something like maybe a KZ or something like that, you'll be impressed how open the sound stage is. It's detailed, it's accurate, and just overall, that's basically it. Good mids, good bass. Not the most powerful bass in the world. It's more of a neutral kind of bass, but the mids are very, very good. Vocals are excellent. There's excellent timbre. It's all natural sounding as well. You get into the highs, and the highs have a nice detail without overextending themselves. So it's just placement on this, accuracy and everything is just perfect. I really do like this a lot. And there'll probably be something, I have some things coming in that might outclass it, who knows. But for now, I really do like this. This has already earned a spot in my favorite place. I don't even want to put these away because I like to listen to these when I'm not listening to something else I have to. So that's that in a nutshell. Very nice. You get into this. This has a decent amount of power. Obviously, it's not the most powerful out on the market, but this is $69. And if you're into IEMs, now if you're into full-size headphones, I didn't even test this with full-size headphones because I think this is more or less rated for, IEMs, and it does an excellent job with IEMs. There's very low ground noise with this. It sounds very open. It has some really nice details as well, and just a very nice dongle player that improves the sound quality, in my opinion. There are a lot of people that think that dongles don't improve sound quality. If you have a good device and it has a good chipset, maybe you don't need one of these. For the rest of us, listening to this compared to the stuff, and I have a Samsung and also a Motorola that I use, as well as Apple products. And those have like Dolby Atmos and everything else in them too, so they're not horrible things, but I do like this better. And this is probably in my 3 list. I think it would be the M15 would be the first, and that's a lot more expensive. Then we get into the Fosse DS1, and that's just a little bit more powerful than this. And then you get into this. And if I'm just using IEMs, this is more than enough for what I need. Even with the planner ones that I just recently had. It does a good job overall. So that's just it in a nutshell. This is just the review for both of these. I like them, and I would definitely recommend them. I hope this video was informative. Thank you so much for watching, and please be safe.